Hey there, it's J-Dog. Hey, I'm down here at the Cape Cod Canal in Massachusetts doing some early season camping. It's about the end of April and it's still a little chilly down here for camping. But I thought while I'm down here, I'm going to ride out to the outer Cape and check out the Cape Cod National Seashore. So we're going to drive out to the Cape Cod National Seashore. We're going to go to the Visitor Center in Eastham, which is about 30 miles from here. We brought my wife's car here, so we're going to take that and drive out there and show you some clips along the way of what Cape Cod looks like and what the seashore looks like up there. We're here at the Salt Pond Visitor Center at the Cape Cod National Seashore. There are actually two visitor centers here at the National Seashore. There's this one in Eastham, which is open year-round, and there's one up in Provincetown, but it's only open seasonally, so it's not open today. But we're going to go in and take a look at what we can see here at the Visitor Center, get some maps, and just see what's available here at the seashore. So this little kiosk here shows you where we are. We're at the Salt Pond Visitor Center right there, and you can see all those green areas constitute the National Seashore. And kind of the highlights of the seashore are all these beaches you see listed here. There's also a fair amount of hiking trails you can see here, so there's different trails. We might do some trails because we're at the Salt Pond Visitor Center to take a look there. Here's another map about biking on this part of the Outer Cape. I have done biking on most of this stuff. The Cape Cod Rail Trail is a good trail to bike. I actually have biked all the way out there before. It's an interesting map that just kind of shows you Cape Cod and the different places. You can see it's a lot of beaches here. So I'm not going to really narrate this, just do some clips to kind of show you what's in this museum here. It's quite a display of scrimshaw artwork. Wow, it's really something. And another display of scrimshaw. So that was a pretty good visitor center. Nice little museum about history and life on the Cape here. It's not really beach weather here. We're here April 27th, so, but we are going to go check out the beaches because that's really the highlight of this National Seashore. We're going to go check out Coast Guard Beach, Nauset Beach, Marconi Beach. We'll see how high up on the Cape we get to check some of these out, but it'll be good to see these in the off-season and see what they look like, and we'll show you a bunch of clips of those. Well, we're at Coast Guard Beach here. We're going to show you some clips of the beach and the marshes behind here. Beautiful area. Probably about 2 or 3 miles from the visitor center when we got here, but pretty area. I'm sure the beaches are going to start to look all the same, but it's good to see the ocean and see the waves and see these beautiful dune beaches out here in Cape Cod. Well, that was Coast Guard Beach. Not too many people here today in April, but there's no parking here. We are here by the lighthouse, but during season you have to take a shuttle, and there's off-site parking about 3/4 of a mile from here, and you have to take the shuttle. That was Coast Guard Beach, and now the next one is Nauset Beach. Well, this is Nauset Beach. Yep, it looks just like the other beach. You can see more big dunes. Now you can see quite a bit of erosion on here. These dunes aren't really the big parabolic dunes that we'll see further up in the Cape. And here's a view looking south. Again, sort of looks the same. Water's pretty rough. Good for surfing, not good for for sunbathing. You saw on those cliffs quite a bit of erosion on those big cliffs here. I'm standing on top of those, but you can see the fence keeping people off that area, so because it's quite dangerous. But this is Nauset Light Beach. We're going to go on to the next one, which is Marconi Beach. Well, this is Marconi Beach. Getting to see a repeated theme here. Big dunes, big ocean. It's quite windy here. Let me try to face the other way to get out of the wind. But you can see more of the same. As you get to the outer Cape, the dunes get bigger. But there's miles and miles of beach here. It's incredible just to think how you could walk these. But ocean's got a nice color up here. So like Nauset Beach, there's parking here. I should put up a clip so you can see. Probably a couple hundred spots are here, and there's bathhouses for you to use when you're here at Marconi Beach. Well, we made it back to Nauset Beach. We didn't go out and do the final 3 beaches, which would have been Head of the Meadow, Race Point Beach, and Herring Cove. But I'll put up some pictures. I visited the last 2 previously, several years ago, so I'll put up some pictures here, if I have them, of being out at Herring Cove and Race Point Beach. I mean, biking along, I think, some of those beaches. But we had it was a good day trip for us. We were gone about 4 or 5 hours. And I think from here it took about a half hour to get to the visitor center, and then we spent another couple hours and then coming back. So it's a good day trip from Nauset if you want to go out and visit those beaches. But we had a good time. I'm glad I got to see some of those and in the off season. And it was a good trip for while we were down here camping. But I hope you enjoyed the video. Stay safe and see you on down the road.